closer to the center of circulation. You can nearly see all the way down to the ocean. That is a sign of a very healthy eye wall and a very healthy hurricane. We have some showers passing through. Roadways are wet. And if you squint and look hard enough, you can see some patchy fog. This forecast is going to go bump in the night. We have details on an active weekend ahead. This little notch that you see here, that's where we could be experiencing some broad rotation. Your Halloween forecast breaks down like this, if you will. Back in Vermont, we would do a thing where you put a slice of apple cider donut in half, toss it on the grill for a couple of seconds, and then top it with vanilla ice cream.
Oh, I need one
Try
now.
it. Your tropical forecast for October has been the quietest it has been in just about 10 years. We're knocking on wood there because we don't want that to change. 50 to 60 mile per hour winds pushing in water on top of that heavy rainfall. There comes your coastal flooding threat. The rainfall total is very unimpressive today, not even enough for the ducks to have some fun. The jacket, the heavy sweater, that'll do the trick for an hour or two, and then it's wardrobe changing time. We are in drought here in eastern North Carolina. It's abnormally dry, and some communities are running a 7-inch deficit. Really cold by early next week.
Ooh, if you're calling it really cold, then it's going to be really
and I'm a cold weather fan. Yeah. I love the cold weather right down to my bones. The clouds up above helping to trap that heat down below. That's why we are entering the 70s. If you're not a fan of the heat and humidity, one of those spotty downpours and storms moving through this afternoon may be able to cool you down. Right around this time of year is usually when we average our first fall freeze. Mother Nature's all confused, but it could make for a unique scene.
She's having a moment, and it's okay.
She is having a moment. She's awfully rude this morning. There's Hurricane Sam, still situated well offshore, sending powerful swells our way and those dangerous conditions for the coast. Hey, consider getting your bronze on late in the game. That'd be nice heading into winter, right? Sunshine back in the forecast today, but gone as we move towards the end of the week. I'll let you know why coming up right after the break. The good news with Grace, though, is that it's not going to grace us with its presence anytime soon. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm your Storm Team 9 meteorologist, Alex Wasilenko. There's only just a few wet patches left out at Greenville Airport on the tarmac this morning. It comes after yesterday's nuisance light rainfall. It didn't add up to much, but there is more rainfall on the way, especially as we head into that weekend forecast. We're talking about a strong area of low pressure developing for the weekend, and it's going to push just off of the Carolina coast. But we are going to be in its sights with some heavy rainfall, some gusty winds, and some high coastal impacts. As we talk about the system this morning, it's still located down to our south, so it will not bother us until we hit your Saturday and Sunday. So what does your Friday forecast look like? Fantastic, but it's frigid and frosty to start. Skies have cleared out just a little bit overnight, and so far our far western counties with clear skies and lighter winds there. Temperatures have cooled way down, have nosedived to near freezing. Frost advisories are in effect for our far western counties until 10 a.m. this morning. As we look elsewhere across the eastern coastal plains, allowing frost to not develop closer to the surface are some blustery north winds, especially along and east of Highway 17. But the winds by the end of the day will be gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour for everyone, helping to solidify that cooler than normal forecast once again. In fact, this morning, temperatures are already 5 to 10, if not 15 degrees cooler now than 24 hours ago. So down at the bus stop this morning, whatever layer you wore yesterday, grab that one and an extra one, or maybe two, to accommodate for that early morning cold. As we head into the afternoon, temperatures will be firmly in the 50s, only rising to the low 60s in a few communities, and that will be by day's end. But at least by day's end, we will filter in that sunshine to the forecast. It'll be a nice sight to see, but it will not last long. Overnight into early Saturday morning, clouds thicken and that coastal low approaches with showers first, followed by heavy rain and strong storms Saturday afternoon and Saturday night. The onslaught of moisture continues to filter into the coast, and with those strong winds out of the northeast, it is going to result in some minor storm surge flooding for our Soundside communities and the Crystal Coast, some significant overwash for the Outer Banks, and altogether a hairy forecast for Saturday into Sunday. It isn't until Sunday night that system finally begins to spiral out to sea as high pressure sweeps in for next week. Rainfall totals beneficial, but they could add up heftily over a short amount of time, which could prolong that flooding threat this weekend if there is flooding to talk about. Again, keep in mind this forecast, we're fine-tuning the details this morning, but we're going to have it nailed down for you later on this evening. Rainfall totals with this event should average 3 to 5 inches for the coast, with 1 to 3 inches farther inland. As we continue to fine-tune that forecast today, you can follow all the latest updates and details by downloading our free Storm Team 9 weather app. And hey, if the power goes out this weekend with those 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts along the coast, have that device charged, because we'll still be pushing out those updates on our Storm Team 9 weather app. High temperatures today near 60 degrees with partly cloudy skies. The sun will be filtered in and out of the clouds. It's not going to be a great day to head down to the coast. Seas will average 5 to 7 feet for the beaches with choppy lakes and rivers. Maybe just a day to sit farther back from the sand and enjoy a little bit of sunshine. Overnight, clouds begin to build as temperatures plummet into the 30s and 40s. But from those clouds leaks the heavy rain, strong thunderstorms, and just chaotic conditions for the eastern coastal plains this weekend. It all begins mid-Saturday morning and extends through Sunday night, that active stretch of weather. But by next week forward, we start to warm back up. As you saw in Precision Cast there, one of the last frames shows high pressure sweeping into the eastern coastal plains as we head into next Monday. And that high pressure solidifies itself for much of next week with not only sunshine and drier weather, but warm temperatures back in the 70s.
Well, I was just going to say, and even seeing like some 60s is nice too. But
it is, yeah.
I was looking down when you were at the beginning, that Precision Cast.
Yes.
Beaufort and New Bern seem like they're going to get some rain.
They're going to get walloped with some rain, and it's going to be wind-driven rain at times, and not to mention 2 to 3 feet of storm surge. That's over normally dry ground, so flooding threats, wind threats, and rain threats all in the forecast this weekend.
And if the power goes out, that's when I'm like,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, and that's why we're preparing you now for what may come this weekend.
Alex, thanks.
Yes. Happy Thursday, everyone. I'm your Storm Team 9 meteorologist, Alex Wasilenko. We start you off with the easiest forecast of them all, your tropical outlook. It is really quiet, and it's going to stay that way for the next 2 to 5 days as we narrow down the hurricane season, now just 12 days away from closing up shop. As we bring you back over to the East Coast, you'll notice we have a stream of moisture that is moving into the mid-Atlantic states, the Ohio River Valley, New England, and it even extends all the way down to the southeast United States. The heaviest of rainfall associated with this new boundary that's moving through will likely reside just to the north of eastern North Carolina today. The cold front producing that moisture, at least the southern tier of it. The moisture is beginning to break up a little bit, but the thing with this front is that it's going to pair its energy with a sea breeze boundary today that's sitting just offshore of the Carolina coast, and it's resulting in showers already. Those showers will remain isolated in fashion through the afternoon. Farther inland, it's breaks of sunshine, drier conditions, but blustery conditions. Southwest winds, they're kicking into high gear. They're gusting upwards of 20 to 30 miles per hour. So some of those showers out there today could be wind-driven showers, but they are not going to act to cool down the forecast. Check out the readings, even with those showers closer to the coast. Everyone in the 70s, if not close to 80 degrees, and you can feel it too. Very reminiscent of a summer afternoon, at least early summer afternoon, with hints of humidity in the forecast. Those showers will continue to follow the southwesterly breezes out of the viewing area as we go through the evening and overnight. The official passage of that cold front comes early Friday morning, and then it's out to sea by Friday afternoon, giving way to clearing skies and much cooler temperatures in the 50s. Rainfall totals unimpressive. Next, we're still in drought, by the way, here in eastern North Carolina, so a lack of rain is not good news heading into our dry winter months. High pressure moves in for a dry weekend ahead. Any showers stay just offshore. That's one area of high pressure for Saturday. Another one scoots in for Sunday, so we are looking at a pretty sweet weekend overall if you have outdoor plans. High temperatures today will top out in the 70s, a well above average day. Some of us may even hit 80 degrees before those showers and clouds truly thicken up. We're talking about some partly cloudy skies overall and just a few showers overall, too. A lot of those showers are going to line up closer to the coast today. Your beach and boating forecast not only featuring some isolated showers, but eventually some rougher surf as a small craft advisory goes into place late this evening. By the overnight period, we fall back into the 40s and 50s behind the front with partly cloudy skies. And we're hoping things clear up just in time to see that near total lunar eclipse. It's a 6-hour lunar eclipse. If you're thinking that's a long lunar eclipse, it's the longest of our lifetime. It's the longest in nearly 600 years, so fingers crossed this works out good for us here in the east. As we go past the Friday forecast and right into the weekend, things look great. Sunshine, dry weather, moderating temperatures back into the 60s for many. As we move into early next week, though, Julianne, Holy cow, a new cold front moving in. That's going to drop temperatures significantly. 40s as we go into next Tuesday afternoon, 20s overnight. More numbers for you. We haven't seen a 28-degree overnight low in over 260 darn days.
Oh my gosh.
It's incredible. This forecast is just ever changing. It's hard to keep up with from time to time.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm really going to enjoy today.
Yeah, hands on the hips and all.
I'm like, gotta prep for this.
Yeah, well, some
Brace.
folks are feeling it. That's right. You got to brace yourself for next week. It's going to be a cold one.